Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday, April the 22nd. Welcome to our Tuesday edition of our leadership call. Coach will be talking about the law of success in network marketing. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm just super excited to have you all here. This is going to help us so much to get our businesses where they need to be. But first, a quick trip to the newbie corner. I like to say that. I don't know why. But anyway, um, one of the things that struck out to me today was actually I got a call from someone that signed up earlier this month, and he was so excited. He's like, I finally got my products. And he was like, I went and looked at the pay plan. I went and looked at everything. And I really, truly, truly believe in this business, believe in the purpose behind these products. And that really struck me because a lot of times people don't really understand things like that. They just say, "Oh, it's just a product." And he was like, "No, it's you're not trying to sell someone a product. You're really, really, truly trying to help them." And that just made my heart so happy. And to know that that particular person gets it. He told me today, he said, write this down. Today, the day I am going to be a $100,000 earner. And that just made me really, really happy. And I said, okay, let's go. Let's get it. I even changed um, his name on my phone to put 100K and right next to his name. So I said, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. I'm super, super excited. I'm fired up. And that's how we all are supposed to be fired up about our business. I was so excited this past Sunday, the event that I went to, the selling event that I went to, and all I could think about was the Choose Your Hard video in the segment where he says, all you have is all you need. And that's basically, I didn't even get to put all my product out. As soon as I put my products out on my table and try to get my table set up, people started coming by. I kept getting distracted from people wanting to know who I was and what this was and what's that. And, ooh, this looks nice. And how much is this? I didn't even get to put my black seed oil out. And I was just so upset. But, I was like, what I was supposed to sell is what I sold that day. And I was just super excited. I was even able to pay a bill that day. Products on hand means cash in demand. You guys, I know I'm all over the place with this because I had so much I wanted to share with you all, but just truly, truly know that all you have in the moment when you're in that moment is all that you need. That belief in yourself, belief in your product. You don't have to have know the perfect 100 perfect thing to say, but if it comes from your heart, and if you know a little bit, just a little bit about your products, you can tell that to somebody, and you can convey some information that will hopefully get them curious enough to want to try it out and see what it's all about. So that being said, I would like to introduce you all to our teacher tonight, Coach Will Zanders. He is a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing world with Green Organics, and our first six-figure earner over at Goldesana, an amazing teacher, knows 100% of the information and knows how to help you get to where you need to be in your business. So, Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
I am, Miriam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much. And I am out and about, but we are never gonna miss a call if I can help it. Gotta give me the help to knock it out. And I want to thank you so much for the information you shared on Newbie Corner. Again, it's going to be the passion about it. And so much of what you talked about really jumped out at me, but I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm just going to incorporate it into the call. And I think it'll really stand out that as always, we are on the same page as far as how a lot of this stuff goes. So thank everybody for hopping on, and thank Coach Marcus as well for putting this call together with Miriam. And for those of you who were not on the call that Coach Tina and Coach Kimberly just did at 7 o'clock, please get that recording immediately and watch it once if you're curious and watch it twice if you're serious, because it was some amazing, amazing launch call information for people who aspire to be in leadership, especially during the next phase of growth with the Green Organic Family Company. So please get that. It was amazing, and I highly recommend it. All right, that being said, I'm going to hop off camera just because I want to stick to these notes and try to get everybody out here on time. I know y'all have already been on a call previously for a little bit. And we're going to be covering tonight the fourth universal law as applied to the network marketing industry. We're going to be covering number 4. The first week or the first call, we covered the law of averages. The second call that we did, we covered the law of cause and effect. The third call that we did, and all of these recordings are available on the One Team, One Dream YouTube channel, we covered the law of compensation. And tonight, we're going to be covering arguably my favorite law out of these. And Miriam just touched on this, and it is going to be number 4, the law of belief. Okay, the law of belief is going to be the 4th law out of the 6 universal laws that we're going to be talking about as applied to network marketing. Now, whatever you believe with certainty becomes your reality. I don't really know a better way to phrase it. Your team doesn't necessarily duplicate your words. They duplicate your certainty. Miriam just told you it doesn't really matter if what you were saying. You'll know what to say in the right moment because you're certain that you're doing something for people, not to people. If you believe in the system and you believe in the product, and if you believe in your own ability to lead, then your team will too. That is a spiritual law. It's a universal law. It's a biblical law. It's a mechanical law when you apply it to network marketing. One of my favorite verses from the book of Matthew is, according to your belief, shall it be done unto you. Okay, that's really how it's going to work. Let me put it another way. You experience life according to your belief about yourself. I'm going to say that again. You experience life according to your belief about yourself. And that belief about yourself is going to spill over into every single thing that you ever do. You will join a company in March. Someone else will join a company in March. You and this individual are relatively the same age, same demographic, same educational background, even from the same city. One person will have just amazing atmospheric results. The other person will have catastrophic results. Even if you're almost identical in every category, it's what's going on inside you on a faith and belief level that is going to manifest externally. Okay, and every sage, every prophet, every school of spiritual thought, every religious text, they may differ on so much, but they all agree on that one thing, and it's going to be the power of belief. And search any text you want, and you will find that common golden thread running through all of it, okay? The thing is, once you figure out that you experience life according to your belief about yourself, and we could stop the call right there, to be quite frank, you got to stop worrying about what other people think about you and make sure you're thinking correctly about yourself. Okay, you got to stop. Once you understand that you experience life according to your belief about yourself, the good book said it 2,000 years before I ever did. You got to stop worrying about what other people think about you, and you have to make sure that you're thinking correctly about yourself. Okay, now the power of certainty is important. Because if you got faith and you have belief, but then that belief graduates to another level of certainty, okay? Your team feeds off your certainty. Your team feeds off your belief. Okay, this is why stories are so important. This is why repetition is important. Okay, this is why calls like the call that Coach Marcus did last night. Again, just another incredible Monday call. This is why the call that Coach Tina and Coach Kim just put on was so amazing if you were on it, because you're hearing the real stories and you're hearing the passion and you're hearing the belief in what they're doing. It's really hard to not get fired up, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you something, and I've learned this from over a decade of doing network marketing at a very high level. And people are not going to duplicate what you say. They're going to duplicate what you believe. And that's just not motivational, fluff. Okay. That is a literal law. It is a network marketing law. Okay. It's a mechanical law. You can give your team the best scripts. Trust me, we've done it. You can give your team the best daily mode of operation. Coach Tina and Coach Kim just gave some absolute gems of daily mode of operation. You can have the best upline or support team in the history of network marketing. You can have people like Tina and Megan and Coach Marcus and Coach Kim and you Coach Sonic and Coach Seymour. You can have Miriam in your upline. You can have all these people in your upline. You can have all the support, but guess what? If you don't believe with absolute certainty that this works, neither will your team. Neither will your team. Okay. They're not watching your mouth. They're watching like when they're with you in person, they're watching your eyes. If you ever been to a live event, hopefully everybody will be joining us in Nashville, September the 12th through the 14th. There, you'll notice this if you're ever live in a room, people are watching your eyes. It's your energy, it's your consistency. Okay. And they're subconsciously asking themselves, does he or she, the speaker, does the speaker really believe that this green organics network marketing thing is going to work? Okay. When you're coaching, when you're teaching, when you're leading, when you're training, even when you're talking to prospects, okay, when you're talking to your friends and family about the business, the people you are talking to are not aware. It's not a conscious decision. It's a subconscious process taking place, and they're asking themselves the question, does he or she who's doing the speaking, do they really believe that this is going to work? Okay, because whatever you believe with certainty becomes your reality. I think Bob Proctor said that. Me and Rick talk about Bob Proctor all the time. Whatever you believe with certainty becomes your reality. And I'm being repetitious on purpose with statements like that in this particular training, because what is repeated is remembered, and what is remembered is repeated. Okay, that's it. That's the law. You're not living according to what's true. You're living according to what you believe is true. Okay. If you believe people don't want what you're selling, okay, you'll unconsciously repel them. Okay, Miriam will have a line of people out the door. She got mad because she didn't have even more products to sell. You'll have another person at the same, vendor event, have the same products on the table and won't get a single sale a whole day. Okay, if you don't believe people don't want what you sell, you'll unconsciously repel them. If you believe they don't want it, you'll unconsciously repel them. If you believe people are broke, you will attract people with excuses about why they can't join and why they can't get the kit. Kid you not. If you believe you're not a leader, your team will reflect that back to you in the form of confusion and inconsistency. Okay? If you believe you're not a leader, and I mean on a serious, deep, a real level, not just talking and getting hype. Well, I'm a leader. I'm a network marketing leader. I'm putting it on my Facebook status. I'm a network marketing leader. I'm a diamond. No, none of that foolishness. No, none of that. None of that. I mean, in your heart. I mean, when you know what I'm talking about. If you really feel something's true, you know. If you believe you're not a leader in your heart, your team will reflect that back to you in the form of confusion and inconsistency. Put it another way, your belief is the thermostat for your business. If you raise the belief, the results have to rise to meet your belief. Okay. And this is what I typically tell new reps, especially when I'm giving them their hot market scripts or trying to get them started on the right foot. Okay. Your team that you build, and I speak as if it's already done, your team, even though they don't have a team yet, right? We talked about what is a team in network marketing a couple calls ago. We gave you actual definitive criteria, the number of people, the amount of volume, the structure of the business. We gave you what is an actual team defined. I'm speaking life into new members all the time, speaking to them as if they already have the team. Okay. And I tell them your team is going to pick up your energy more than the script and the training. The team is going to pick up the vibration, okay, the spirit, your heart, your passion, more than they are the 21 different ingredients and vitamins and minerals and this, that, and the third. Okay. You can't say we're going to go out there and win and we're going to tear it up with the energy of someone who's secretly thinking, I really hope this works. I hope it works this time. Okay. So the number one thing you got to work on is your belief in the following 6 key areas. Okay. If you haven't been taking notes yet, take some notes on this stuff. And Coach Marcus talks about this regularly Saturday evening on the Franchise Factor program, which is incredible, by the way. Okay. Your team is not duplicating your pitch. They're duplicating your posture, your belief posture. When I work with someone personally and they're coachable and teachable and they plug into the events and what we're doing, I tell them, you're going to be a 6-figure earner. I told Charlotte Whitaker day 2, when we got a chance to start working together, you are going to be a 6-figure earner. I told Coach Seymour, even though he's not directly, connected to me in the organization in that way, I told Coach Seymour, okay, me and Coach Marcus talked. Coach Marcus is an excellent coach for Coach Seymour. I had to sit Coach Seymour down. I said, Coach, I fully expect you to be a 6-figure earner, good sir, by the next event. And it wasn't really, I think, or hope, or might. It was a definite thing. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure he's on the call because he was speaking a little bit earlier, but he'll tell you, yes. And I guarantee he will be a 6-figure earner prior to the Nashville event. Okay. It's the posture. I'm giving them the posture, and we're not taking excuses about any of it. And the only reason I can say that is because I've duplicated it and I've seen it happen enough times to the point where I know that people are going to pick up on your posture, your energy, your confidence, your conviction, your belief way more than they're going to pick up on the scripts and the videos and the DMOs, even if the DMOs is what got you the results. They're still going to pick up on the energy, the invisible stuff. They're going to pick up on that way more than the tangible stuff. And people who aren't plugged into a leader like a Coach Kim or Coach Marcus or Coach Tina or Coach Charlotte, please do me a favor. I'm not going to get into the details, but keep Coach Charlotte Whitaker and her family in your prayers. That would be really, really helpful. Thank you for that. But you got to be connected to a winner in some capacity, even if that's not your sponsor. All right. So if you want your team to duplicate and grow, you got to have unshakable belief and posture in these 6 areas. Number 1, the product. And we talk about this all the time because it's so important. The whole Monday night call is dedicated to product testimonials and occasionally some money testimonials as well. But are you convinced that the product changes lives? Okay. These are questions you can ask yourself. Are you convinced? You can play along in the chat if you so choose. Are you convinced that the product changes lives? Okay. If the product disappeared tomorrow, would you fight to get it back? Because if you don't have that type of emotional attachment, your products will feel it, and so will your team. Period. You got to have belief in number 2, the system. Do you believe that what you do every day is simple enough for people to duplicate? Is it simple or duplicatable? People don't join a business, they join a path. Never really heard anybody put it that way, but this is how it works in real life at the top levels. People don't join a business, they're joining a path. And if the path looks confusing to you, it looks impossible to them. Period. Number 3, got to have belief. You got to have belief in yourself as a leader. Do you see yourself as a person who can lead others to success? Because even if you're still learning, which is totally fine, we're all still learning. We're all still learning. But are you modeling consistency, belief, and hunger? I'm out at dinner with my family tonight. My mother and my brothers came in town. We're all having a big family dinner and whatnot. But I left the restaurant to come do the call because I'm still hungry. I'm still not literally because I want to go eat, but I'm hungry for my team and your teams to have incredible success. Everybody on the call is not necessarily on my team, but I want to see all of you winning. I have a hunger for success that is just as blatantly ridiculous and ambitious as it was my first day in network marketing. So even if you're still relatively new, are you being consistent? Are you plugging in? Are you working on your belief? Are you hungry? You don't have to be perfect. No, none of us are perfect. We're not Christ. We're not the prophet. None of us are perfect. You just have to be present and progressing. Some of you are present, but you're not progressing. Some of you progressing, but you'll burn out. We won't see you in 90 days. Okay. Number 4, do you believe in the pay plan? Do you believe that the compensation structure rewards the average person for taking consistent action? Because if you don't trust how the money flows, or really if you don't even understand how the money flows, your team is going to feel unsure and hesitant. All right. You got to learn it. You got to love it. You got to preach it because the confidence in the pay plan creates momentum without manipulation. I'm going to say that again. Confidence and belief in the pay plan, this very, very aggressive pay plan that we have with HBN and GoToSign. Confidence in the pay plan creates momentum without manipulation. You'll see a lot of network marketing companies out there that are hype, 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 hype. Okay, they got to get you hype on the income projections and things of that nature. Not what people have currently earned. You should have a combination of both. Projections, yes, but you should have a certain number of people. If your company is more than 2 days old, you should have a certain number of real, true life income stories. A lot of companies don't do that. A lot of companies, all they focus on is just saying, like, don't do any work. You'll get paid $2,000 a week. Don't have to recruit. Don't just blatant lies and hypey garbage. That's manipulation. When you have a compensation plan as aggressive as we do with both of the Green Organics family of companies, you can just teach people the real pay plan the way it works. The 100 CV order, you sponsor 2 kits, you get $110 in commissions, and this, that, and the third. You duplicate that, you'll be rolling in the money by Christmas, if not earlier. Okay, but we do that training because confidence in the pay plan creates momentum without manipulation. Okay. Number 5, do you believe in the industry? Do you believe in your heart that network marketing is, quite frankly, the best shot at that people have to create leveraged income and personal growth and development and create great relationships without a boss, without a brick and mortar business and stuff like that? If you carry the world's opinions about network marketing in your subconscious, it's going to act like an anchor on your confidence, and you won't be able to kind of get off the shore and get out into the oceans and make it work. So you have to believe in your heart that network marketing is a better opportunity for people to make leverage income, residual income, okay, long-term residual income, personal growth and development, have fun, learn a lot, get healthier. You have to really believe that network marketing is the best shot at that, better than DoorDash, better than Uber, better than Lyft, you better than a third part-time job. You got to believe in stuff. Because if you carry what most people think about network marketing around in your subconscious mind, you carry that around in your heart, you're not going to win this year. Okay. You got to clear out all that negative stuff. You got to understand the positive stuff, claim it. And then you have to really champion the industry and what it's really all about. Okay. Number 6, you have to believe in the company. Do you believe that the company has integrity and vision and staying power? I hope you do. We do. We've been here for 5, almost 6 years. We do. Or are you secretly worried that the company might fold, in a year or so? I'm not going to talk about these companies that just folded because my heart goes out to all of those, reps. It was so terrible for them. But there are companies that have literally been closing in the last 2 weeks. They have companies that closed last year. Companies closed the year before that. A lot of people don't know this fact about the network marketing, direct sales, MLM industry, but over 500 network marketing companies open every month all around the world, but over 500 close. It may not be the same ones that open and close the same month, but hundreds of network marketing companies open and close globally every month, hundreds a month. Okay. You got to really believe that the company has been out for GoToSign been out for 11, 12, almost 13 years. HBN's been out for 9 or 10 years or something like that now. You just got to believe that we're going to still be here, that we've done the vetting, that we've investigated, that Coach Tina did the research on the companies and Paula and the stability of what it is, and Kevin Thompson is legal counsel. You have to do things to build your belief in the company. You got to believe that Coach Kim has been here longer than any of us, and she's got tons of reasons why this company is going to be around, as it always has been. We've survived COVID and everything else, defectors and haters and everything else, because Paula in Alexandria has put something together so special that Kevin Thompson put his name on it as legal counsel, and that's crazy in a good way. So you have to be doing things like that. Belief is like, so that's the 6 core beliefs you got to have. Now, belief is like a bank account, and we could talk about the method and things like that, but I'll leave that to Coach Marcus on Saturday nights because he does a better job of it than I do. So I'm not going to get off into that part of it. So belief is like your bank account. I want you to really just let that statement sit there for a second. Okay. Belief is like your bank account. All right. I just want that to sink in for a second. All right. You either are making deposits through action and understanding, or you're withdrawing through doubt and hesitation. Because if your business feels slow or is stalled, or you're like, man, do I need to do a relaunch? What am I missing? Ask yourself, where has my belief account run low? Where has my belief account run low? Is it in the areas of the company? Is it in the areas of the product? Is it in the areas of the pay plan? Is it in the areas of the industry? Is it the area of yourself? Is it the area of the method? Okay, what area out those six has your belief run low in? And then you got to start doing something daily, immediately to fill it. Okay, if you're struggling, that's probably why. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you a story. We're wrapping up. We've been on calls since 7. They're very good calls tonight. But I'm gonna tell you a story about a young lady. I'm not going to use her real name for my first company. A lot of people don't know my first company was a nutritional company, but they opened up an essential oil division, and that's the part that I got started with. And the essential oil division was absolutely amazing. And one of the guys who was doing the training for the essential oil division had actually been trained by Alexandria Brighton and gone on to have an incredible career himself in essential oils. He's a doctor now. And when I was with that company, I had never heard of Alexandria at the time. This is all stuff I found out after the fact. I'm still, at the time was a wet behind the ears, new network marketer trying to make my way in this world. But there was a young lady who was on the team. She was cross line for me, but I watched and attended a lot of the meetings that her team would do. And she didn't have the gift of gab. I'm gonna just say that. She was very introverted. She was very shy. Okay. But she believed. And she, to this day, and I believe it too, because of the science and research I've done on essential oils and all our products with essential oils, she believed that our essential oils saved her daughter's life. And she believed that every mom needed to know what she knew. And that belief made her magnetic. She didn't have a sales pitch. She didn't have flashy closing. She wasn't an incredible closer or presenter. She had raw belief, raw belief, because she believed that the oil saved her daughter's life. She would swear to it. And every mother needed to know about those oils. It was amazing to watch. And what did she do her first year? I'll never forget it. She made over $100,000 her first year with the company. Over $100,000 her first year with the company. Her team exploded. Not because she was loud, but because she was certain. And I learned then certainty sells, certainty duplicates. And that's really what I want to take away from this call. Okay. So at this, wrap it up. You want to test your belief? Try saying this out loud. I know everybody's muted, but try saying this out loud. Okay. This business is going to create generational wealth for my family. I'll say it again. I want you to just say it out loud to yourself. See how it feels. This business is going to create generational wealth for my family. Now, how did that feel in your chest when you said it? Because if you felt doubt, that's what you need to work on. Okay. If you didn't feel real and confident, like I have no doubt, I speak about it like it's already a done deal. It's done it, and it'll continue to do it. If you don't feel like that, okay, you need to be using your affirmations. Better yet, let me say this, your declarations. Let's take affirmations to another level. You need to be speaking declarations morning, noon, and night. When you wake up in the morning while your brain is still in a theta wave brain state, don't you check your phone. Don't you put on your glasses and check your phone. You immediately start speaking your declarations while your brain is in a theta wave brain state. You got a few minutes before it shifts to beta. Okay. And you got to start speaking your declarations. I'm not even going to tell you what declarations to say. We've given dozens of declarations over the years that you can say that'll build your business and build yourself. Okay. You can figure that out. You know what resonates with you, but you need to start saying that stuff the second you wake up in the morning. And as you fall asleep, after you say your prayers, you need to be saying your declarations to yourself, even if it's just in your mind, repeating it over and over and over again in your mind. You don't even have to say them out loud. It's the same thing. Okay. So that's what we'll wrap up with. We'll close with a quote. And this is a quote from Bob Proctor. The moment your belief becomes a knowing is the moment your results become unstoppable. That's a quote from Bob Proctor. Okay. Now tonight I did tell you that we were going to cover how to create additional income with GoToSigner the same way we did with HBN maybe a call or two ago before we had the Easter holiday break or the Resurrection Sunday holiday break. But I'm gonna tell you, when I was going through the information earlier today, it is going to take at least 20 to 30 minutes to really cover that the way we did. So what I'm going to politely suggest, we'll cover it on not this Sunday. We'll cover it next Tuesday. But what I would like you to do, and yeah, yep, Francine, I can definitely repeat it. And shout out to all of our international team members on the call. They got time zone issues and currency exchange is different and stuff like that. So thank you for all the effort that y'all spend to hop on internationally with us. Here's the quote from Bob Proctor. The moment your belief becomes a knowing is the moment your results become unstoppable. Okay. And so what we'll do next Tuesday, we will cover law number 5, but we'll also take some time and we will handle the GoToSigner aspect of creating additional income. It's very special. And if you haven't already, in preparation for that call, do me a favor, go watch the call that we have uploaded to the YouTube channel about universal law number 3, the law of compensation. We talked about the HBN pay plan there. And if you get that down and really get that system and format down on how to create additional income with HBN using the Star Bonus program, the call that we do next Tuesday with the GoToSigner SAP bonus program will be way easier for you to comprehend and understand. And when you comprehend and understand the pay plan, you can create momentum without manipulation. Okay, so that's what we got tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Coach Marcus, for hosting this call, and thank you, Miriam, for the newbie corner. We appreciate it so much, and we will definitely catch y'all on the next one. Tomorrow night we have Coach Sonic Jones with the Coaches Corner, and then Thursday you get to hang out with your favorite coaches again with Tina and Marcus, and I cannot wait for that call. I think we might be doing a tag team thing this Thursday, but we'll find out. All right, so y'all have a good night. God bless. Love y'all so much, and we'll see you on the next one.